Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. And, you know, uh, Tom Veralt and Jedion was getting hit with some anonymous, not a mouse, sorry, not a mouse, emails. And I thought I'd go back to my anonymous email and I would cover that because all these emails have a recurring theme. So we'll go back to August 9th, 2022, where I was graced with my anonymous email. So, Wizard Tower Games secrets. Woo 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 secrets. So you want to bend the knee to the woke by having Wizard Tower, small g, games on your show. And we get that. Whatever, dude. But do you know Wizard Tower Games secretly works with TSR? They are on their THERE payroll. Justin Lanasa has tried to respect their, properly spelled this time, privacy as they are afraid of the woke mob. Justin's afraid of the woke mob. All right. I hear soon TSR will be breaking news about the truth of Wizard Tower Games. Small t, small g. Ask Don some questions on your show. Why did he betray Justin Lanasa? No question mark. By the way, these questions have no question marks. Just so you know.
I guess they're not questions then.
I guess they're not. Why did he steal games from the TSR server? Why is he on Lanasa's payroll? Was it he is or he was? I was confused back then. I'm confused now. Why did he team up with Michael K. Hovermail and work to lie and ruin TSR? Why is he hiding being investigated for stealing tens of thousands from writers? Report this, Tenkar! Exclamation, 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 exclamation. Because, it's an order.
Good luck with that.
Does Cask know about this? He will now. I am sure Cask will not want to be a part of their stolen board game. My God, that was a hard sentence to read. Why not do a story on that, Tenkar?
In hindsight, Cask seems pretty happy with what he did.
Cask is pretty on board with Tower Games. Sources, which, by the way, we throw an extra I into sources because sources say Ernie Gygax will be reaching out to Cask about Mr. Wonderful Don and his stolen board game. Sources. It's always his fucking sources, right? Sources.
You mean sources?
No, he's actually spelling it sources, or she is. They got it right. We should not gender this individual. Sources tell us TSR owns D20 Delving. We will see how long Tim Cass stays on this project once Ernie Gygax makes a call. Listen, all due respect to Ernie. Well, no due respect to Ernie. I don't think Ernie's phone call holds much weight these days, honestly. So, report that, or are you afraid of the woke mob? I bet you won't do it. You hate Lanasa. And we know also something that we may break to the news and community. You, Tenkar, also hide secrets. Why are you not reporting about a letter you got? I did. I also mocked it. Maybe that needs to also be broken out to the games communities. You are not the only one who knows things. This is like Johnny. This is like a Johnny Carson skit, right? I know things. But we will not lie and hide secrets like you. All right. So this is from last summer, and I know there's been anonymous emails going along anonymous. So Tom Friday night, gets a anonymous mail. I guess it's supposed to be anonymous email, but I like to say anonymous because that just has a better ring to it. Now, Tom covered this. Nothing new here. Just a bit of news very soon. Wizard Tower Games is being served a lawsuit, SUTE, over stealing TSR Hobby's idea for World War II, the RPG. Dude, that is everybody's idea. I guess you didn't catch that. Oh, the front, right? The front was published. And it's an OSR, World War II RPG. So, yeah, no, dude, this isn't new. This isn't new. Um, so if you cover anything, likes those capitalized words randomly, about it on your rag channel, you will be included. And included in what? Don't know. Ask your butt buddy Tenkar. There's something about Tenkar. I'll let you all figure that one out. What it is like being sued, SUDE. I don't. If you ask me what it's like being SUDE, I don't know.
We've never had that
I've
before.
is that like a living room suit? Oh, that's a different type of misclassification, misuse of a word, misuse of spelling. Oh, and losing. I gotta say, if I'm losing well. Because I don't, I personally, 2 thumbs up. This is just what I heard over a meeting TSR had. By the way, sources, right? I have nothing, NOTING, to do with Lanasa, for the record. So, spot on, right? And if you see similarities between those 2 letters, let me know. I'd like to hear about it in the comments. But Tom got a third letter. Well, third in this context. He got a second letter about Don. So what is this second letter about Don? I work for Wizard Tower Games. By the way, Wizard Tower Games is one person, Don. So apparently Don has decided to send emails on Don.
Hey, it might also be the same person that's working for TSR somehow.
Oh,
is at that meeting.
Is that meeting where TSR is only one person?
Oh my god!
So this is awesome.
I wonder, it could be that Me, Myself, and I song, you know?
There you go. So in any case, I work for Wizard Tower Games, and there is a lot you, as a vlogger, need to know about. Intriguing, interesting, right? Don Zamora, the owner, has a secret that he is afraid to get out. Get out, let out. All right, I'll grant you that one. He makes friends with companies, and then he learns about their games and uses them. Huh? The English here is maybe a non-native speaker. Honestly,
Sounds like it.
Yeah, sounds like somebody who's not a native speaker. But in any case, we'll continue. I know this as he was high on meth. Woohoo! As he also does that and was bragging about it. Really?
Because everybody does that. Everybody brags about their crystal habit.
Yeah, hey, look at me. I'm on meth. I am hoping you can do a story on this so he can get help. Hatat. That's just a typo. It's not an intentional misspelling. It's just fat fingers there. He needs. Stealing from game companies is bad. But I'm going to appeal to your better nature. But his drug use is bad, and I worry about him. I'm concerned about Don. I'm an employee for Don. You are, really.
Maybe the person would like to,
well,
come on Gamer's house.
Yeah, maybe you can talk to us.
Maybe we could have an intervention.
Yeah. So now we have a bonus letter in this word. We get a bonus T, TU, Q. Yes.
Maybe they are a language speaker.
As a blogger, could do a exposure video. Expose. All right. And we don't want an exposure video of Don or Tom because, listen, I've already seen uh, James Bond topless. I don't really need to see any more of my friends in the community topless, male or female. So let's not do an exposure video. Okay. Um, and it would
Just a
pressure.
caring concern one.
Okay. It would pressure. We're gonna leave the E to tack on to the him. So the pressure E him. And yes, I am picking on the typos and spelling mistakes because there's a certain consistent inconsistency about this, right? To get help, and since you say you are a friend, he can get help if you do this. Oh, by the way, I'm telling you what to do, right? I'm going to tell you do an exposure video. That's the ticket. Um, my name is Paul. Oh, wait, thanks. Nice to meet you, Paul. But just do not mention.
Paul spelled correctly.
Yes. Yeah, Paul spelled correctly.
Okay,
but just do not mention my name. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm causing a problem here. You used anonymous email, but my name is Paul. Don't mention my heart bleeds. As I am afraid of him, and he will harm me if he nosed KNOSD about me doing this stuff. Doing what stuff? The meth? I think that you might have the meth problem that you are transferring to somebody else.
They do say when you point your finger, there's 3 pointing right back at you.
Point the fingers. Point the fingers.
I wonder.
So, folks, these 3 emails all have a common theme. Okay, and they are all pretty much instructive and demanding. Do you notice that each of these emails is telling somebody what they can and cannot do? Report this, Tenkar. Cover anything about it, and your rag channel will be included. Hey, you could do an exposure video. Folks, you want me to do an exposure video? Should I pull my shirt up? I don't think we want that. But that's what apparently Paul, not my real name, but I'm giving you my name via anonymous email, wants Tom to do. So this is somebody who likes to tell people what to do and gets into hissy fits when it doesn't happen. So I think whoever this non-gendered anonymous emailer is, and Paul
possibly non-English.
Actually, Rachel's right. I think that it is quite possible that this individual is not a native English speaker.
Right, because he uses to you like the familiar you in Spanish, like you say to your friends. And close to.
So it looks like they are someone who, and honestly, if they're not a native English speaker, they are somebody who. I went through the public education system. I came out okay. I can't say that for everybody, but so I'd like to hear your feedback, your thoughts, your insights into this wonderful. And by the way, they're all using the same anonymous email service. There's a number of anonymous email servers and services. These are all using the same one. So there's something a little bit fishy about that. And by the way, whoever sent the first email is quite likely the person sent the second email. And the timing between the second email and the third email, even though they are written a little bit differently, there are some consistent inconsistencies in those two. And the timing and the fact that using the same service.
Quite a lot of discrepancy there.
Well, there's a lot of discrepancies, but there's a lot of continuity between those 3.
That too.
So I would say that if you can identify the individual in one of them, you're probably identifying the individual in all of them. Mm-hmm. But I have no idea what this. Again, not going to assume it. Although they identify as Paul in the last email, we're going to go with my guess is a non-gendered, foreign-born individual who happens to have a hard-on for Don. I would have to say that. So, folks, as always, be safe, be well, God bless, roll those dice, roll them well. Next live stream will be Wednesday night from North Texas. And again, please give me your thoughts on this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you like what we do here, subscribe. We're just short of what's it 2000 what 2947 subs. Gonna just check real quick because 2,948. Now I'd love to get to 3,000 before the end of North Texas, so that's a week out. So let's see if we can get that. We can get a little subscriber numbers going, and if we do, we'll do another giveaway. I always say the drive-through monies are your monies anyway. All right, folks. Thank you. God bless. Laters.